Hello and welcome. My name is Space Muffin, and this is the Void Strategy. So we're going to get right into it today with Tirion Fordring. His leader ability is Holy Light, heals all nearby friendly units. We have By the Light. That's the one that we have. So you can also use Divine Shield, but I like By the Light for this particular use case. So we are going to be using the Griffin with Mighty Throw. We are going to be using Holy Nova with Inner Fire. We are going to be using Prowler with On the Prowl. We are going to be using Worgen with Premeditation. Of course, we got our safe pilot here with Coming in Hot. And then, of course, we are using the Defias Bandits with Picklock. Now, look, it's so diverse. You can swap this out with these guys if you're doing PvE. You can even swap it out with that. You can do actually, let's see what we can do. Actually, we can do all kinds of fun stuff with this. So I like to do this. Probably let's actually swap this out with that. And yeah, so instead of using the Holy Nova, we'll go ahead and use Blizzard with Cold Snap. But you can really use any of this depending on what you're trying to do. You could even use Chain Lightning. So let's go ahead and get right into the PvP. All right, so let's talk about Tirion versus Tirion. And in these matches, it just depends on like what build he has, right? So obviously his goal is to outpace us, to outdo us, to out all that stuff. So the key is focus on the gold, and then really just focus on getting Tirion out, if that makes any sense. Really work that magic there. So hopefully we can squeeze the gold off. And then what we do is we just keep playing our guys. Melt their guys. And so far so good. Let's get another Tirion out. Because this mode's all about playing your hero as much as humanly possible. That's kind of what shakes up the meta now. Is this particular mode lets you kind of do that. Tyrion's going to heal Tirion. So now we're kind of getting to the point where we're starting to have an army of Tyrions that are coming out. And so we can kind of overwhelm their forces with kind of what we're doing. And you plop the Eagles out and just start bombarding them. And then hopefully they can ignore they're ignoring the gold right now. So like I don't know, I'm having a blast with Tirion. I know he's literally one of the most broken heroes in the game, but he also is one of the most diverse heroes. So, depending on how you want to build him. So this guy doesn't have, he's got like a little bit of synergy, but he doesn't have as much synergy as I do. And he doesn't understand, like, the Eagles are literally... The Eagles are, like the main people that put in the work, right, against this. He's got the Huntress or whatever, right? The Huntress is good, but the problem is it costs too much, if that makes any sense. So, it's definitely a good unit, but not every deck needs the Huntress. Bam, there you go. So, as I mentioned, not every single Tirion deck is going to need the Huntress, We're going to kind of work our same little strategy here. Pretend to go for their tower. That's kind of the key here. Is just really pretend like we're going for it. Let them go for our tower. They have Sneed. They have all this stuff coming out. And then we just kind of roll up on people. So we're getting more gold. We're outpacing them. You know what I mean? And they do have some very good units. But that's kind of the key, is just kind of outpace them. Let them think they got stuff going, And then secretly just put in the work. So my goal is to cycle into the Tirion. And so as you can see, once you get multiple Eagles out, it becomes kind of a dangerous situation. Because those Eagles, they have that ranged ability, if that makes any sense. And so they're able to really make stuff happen. And then you use these guys to stun. So it's similar to other Alliance builds, where you have that synergy with high deal damage, like high units that deal high damage. Sorry, I can't talk today. And then with things like Tirion. So I made a couple mistakes, but that's okay. We're gonna come back very easily. So what we do here is... So that's okay. Now we got to change our strategy. Now we got to focus up on preventing their units from getting gold. That's kind of needs to be the focus right now. I don't know why he's running the homegirl, but that's fine. He's running the Banshee. The Banshee's good. Obviously, like, you know, he made some good moves. But, you know, hopefully we make some better moves here. So he's really going hard on this tower. He's really trying to get that tower to get that Sneed before greed off. Not a big deal. Okay, so that's not good. But notice how it gains that level. Like, it doesn't go to level 7. So that's incredible. And as you can see, he's kind of ignoring some key units that he shouldn't be ignoring. Like he's ignoring the Eagles. He doesn't really have a good answer for the Eagles. So what we do is we just plop out another Tirion, and the doom is inevitable, right? We're making things happen. We're making people kind of do their thing. Playing it safe, but, you know, it looks like we got it. So the thing about Tirion is units you think might not be, like, super duper amazing synergize so well with him, right? So we're already going to get our guys doing their thing. Remember, this map is all about controlling that middle lane. That's what this is about. So we're already doing what we need to do. We're going to distract them. And it looks like, you know, we're going for the gold. Let's go ahead and put some work in there. And hopefully we can get that second chest off. And we did. Look at that. So we're going to get another Tirion out. And then we're going to wait. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The Eagles are making it happen. Easy money. Let's start controlling lanes here. And then let's go ahead and put... Looks like these are going to respawn here, so we already know that that's going to happen. And... So it's just about anticipating, you know, kind of what is happening. If that makes any sense. Gotta get the Tyrions out. Did he give up? I don't know, to be honest, at this point. You know, it's like when you're dealing with this kind of bombardment, it's really hard to come back from it. If his deck, like, you know, had enough crowd control in it, he probably could come back, but it looks like he's kind of just given up. So we'll play a couple more because that was kind of a bad game. What makes Blizzard so great in this deck is the fact that you can, if you're in a pinch, you can pop their tower with it. I try not to put myself in those pinches, right? But, you know, it does happen. So we have kind of our army doing their thing. We're going to, obviously, they're completely ignoring the chest, which is a terrible idea. So let's run in, let's do our stuff. Let's really... So it looks like he did get his chest after all. Looks like he's really trying. Those sappers are very dangerous. But that's okay. That is a-okay. So let's start making moves. In my opinion, this is the best move right here. Some people would say that that was a waste of mana with the sappers, but I think that it's completely necessary because our goal is to really, like, we can't let go of these chests. You know what I mean? We got the gold. We have the towers. He's kind of underestimating us just ever so slightly. We're going to put out another eagle to meet his homeboy there. I mean, look, we're doing good, you know? We're going to keep playing Tirion. Once again, you get those heals, right? So, let's figure out what we want to do. Let's play it safe. Get the chest. Plop out that. Plop out that. And then, you know, okay, cool. Great. And we're just going to keep, you know, bombarding them. So, like I said, you get that, you know? We couldn't even get it off. Ooh, yeah, this is a bad matchup. So, the thing about Tirion, let me tell you something about Tirion. He is a great first deck. If this is your first deck, grab Tirion. You know what I mean? Super effective. You know, he's super great against a lot of units. And he's super synergistic. So he's got that going for him. Whereas other leaders might be a little bit more difficult to play, including Sylvanas. I'm going to outpace him because I can play Tirion more times than he can. I don't know why he's running the foot soldiers. Doesn't make any sense to me. But teach their own, I suppose. Alright, so obviously Sylvanas is putting in some work, so we gotta get away from that. Okay, so he's running a bomb. He's running a lot of high costers that are pretty easy to deal with, relatively speaking. So I might not even go for like this tower. I mean, I could put pressure on it, you know, and then do a big rush, you know, once Tyrion's high enough level. But it's obvious that like he needs gold, right? So what we need to do is make it to where he does not get that gold. So like he's desperate for gold. Look at him. Yeah, so that's good. So let's go ahead and save Tirion from certain death. And hopefully we can squeeze some damage here. Don't let him get any gold. Our gold is safe, but he is, like, I mean, like I said, you know, he's so desperate right now for gold, and we're going to starve him of said gold. Great. Super great. So he's got his little foot soldier army rolling up. Let's go and grab our gold, because there's just so much of it. And we know how to deal with his foot soldiers, so that's good. Not really terribly worried. But he knows, you know, he knows what's important. So get rid of both these guys. Do a little bit of damage to that. Yeah, like, we don't get the gold, but you know what? Neither do they, so in life, you got to make some sacrifices. Sorry. See, that's why Sylvanas is so good, is that she has the uncanny ability to just make life miserable for everybody else. Okay, so we won the battle for the gold, but we did not win the war. Because he's got Sylvanas. He's got a party coming up with Sylvanas. So he's getting desperate. He's getting real desperate. So what we do is we wait for Sylvanas to die. She's going to take one of those guys. Then we play... You know what, actually? He doesn't have anything on us, so... Yeah. Alright, guys, there you have it. Tirion Fordring, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, heroes in the game. Not because he's necessarily, like, unbeatable, but because he's so diverse, right? Like, there's so many different things you can do with him. You know, there's so many different builds. He works for PvP. He works for PvE. There's so many good things you can do with him. So, thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys in the next video.